talked to a buddy before I got here. They were expecting 36 inches in South Carolina. That's a lot of rain.
At 6 o'clock, we'll go ahead and get the meeting started. First item on the agenda is consider approval of the June 3rd meeting minutes. Has everyone had a chance to look at the minutes?
I would move their approval.
Okay, we got a motion and a second. All those in favor of approval, say yes.
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 Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item 2, consider zoning amendment on Southeast 12th Street for Murdock Properties. Devin,
Yep, so we have a zoning amendment request for Southeast 12th Street. The purpose of this is we have a request by them where they submitted an application for rezoning for this property. It was currently zoned as an I-2, which is a general industrial district, and they would like it rezoned to an I-3, which is a heavy industrial district. The property in question tonight is Lot 1, Block 1, which is a replat of KLP addition within the city of Newton. There is also a zoning map of the surrounding properties, which is up on the board, and it's attachment D in the filings. So the action tonight, the only action that's needed is this is going to be in the form of a recommendation sent to the city commission. They make the final approval and authority on this matter. So this is only a recommendation to them. That recommendation is going to be based on several criteria. There's 5 of them. They're all from the zoning ordinances. It's under Article 1, Section 1.10-4, subsection D.1. So that's where you find all the criteria for rezoning. Also note that we have attached attachment F, which is a older purchase and sales agreement that deals with these properties and when they were bought. So the first criteria to consider, well, it must be noted that findings must be made on each of the 5 following points. The first one is consistency with the zoning regulations and the comp plan and other city policies. So you guys must consider if all possible uses under the new zoning are suitable for the property and surrounding area. It's not just limited to the intended current use by the applicant. So please see the maps on attachment D and E, and those give you kind of a graphic picture reference of what the current zoning is and then the future uses of that surrounding area. And you'll note a lot of that is I-2, and then to the south of it, it's already I-3. So the second criteria is compatibility with surrounding properties and suitability of the current property use. And so that's the one where we have a long list of all the specific activities that can be included in I-3. Some of those, I'll read just a few of them, but some of them are ag uses and floodplain, a lot of different animal hospitals or dog kennels, different public buildings like an automobile wrecking yard, a salvage yard, ready mix concrete and asphalt mix plants, petroleum refining. So it just varies. I mean, automatic car wash and warehouses. And then the one that we're concerned with is manufacture and assembly of roofing and asphaltic materials and products, which includes the storage and processing of asphalt for use. So there's a lot of different commercial and industrial uses that this land can be used for. The third criteria there is the availability of public services and utilities. The staff comment on that is it's got adequate sewer, water, and other public utilities are available for connection. Then criteria 4 is if there's any correction of a zoning error, and the staff comment is no known zoning application errors, so nothing's needing correction. The 5th criteria is changing conditions in the area and kind of a public gain versus an individual loss criteria. And the staff comment, like we said, it's currently zoned I2 and it meets those existing requirements. The rezoning to I3 is needed for a warehouse that supports cross-docking materials and manufacturing related to shingle and asphalt production. So that's kind of the need for the change in this property. Then just quickly going through all the attachments. Attachment A is a zoning district amendment. It's the actual application. You'll note it's signed by the owners of the property. And attachment B is the property ownership notification list. That's all the landowners in the surrounding areas that we mailed notifications to. So they all had notices of this hearing tonight. Then attachment C is the affidavit of publication and mailing notice. Okay, sorry, the prior one was the ownership notice, so we sent that to the Rebellies. Then the attachment C is we published it in the newspaper and we mailed it to the surrounding owners. And then D and E are the land use zoning maps, the current and future those. And like I said, attachment F is that purchase and sales agreement. So again, the work of the commission tonight is one, to make a finding on all of those 5 criteria and then send that recommendation to the city commission, which they will look at in their August 27th meeting. And then I think if we want to open it up to public hearing, we could have Lou talk a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, any questions for Devin first?
You know, I have a quick question. I'm noticing Exhibit B in the sales contract has some like deed restrictions on the use of the property. So when that occurs, that supersedes all the uses that might have been enumerated in I3?
Yeah, I was gonna ask that too.
Okay.
And how that follows the land in the
Yeah, I'm
future.
just curious about that. I mean, I don't see that. I can think it'd be rare that any of those activities might want to be out there by, but I thought that was odd. We
Those are
really
on
haven't seen
Exhibit
anything
B,
like
you
that
said?
before.
Exhibit B, yeah.
On page 35.
I'm sorry,
Exhibit B.
35 of 39. I just didn't know whether or not that was just as a requirement as you sold the land or.
Yeah, to this owner or to subsequent owners also.
Yeah, so that's an attachment that kind of runs with the land, and so
Okay.
all of those establishments would be prohibited on that property.
Without permission of the city.
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
No matter what we do, this still applies. The deed restrictions will always apply.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's, I'm
Correct.
thinking that's the way I was reading. I just
Yeah.
wanted to see, because we had a list of all the things that could, but then some can't.
Yeah, that is correct. Yep.
Thank you.
You stole my question.
Can be the straight guy if you want.
Any other questions for Devin? If not, the applicant's here? Yeah. you can come up.
My name's Lou Rebelli. Thank you for your time. What we're trying to accomplish here is, we're in the warehouse business. We're not about salvage yards, cement plants, all that stuff. With the rail coming, and we've had a lot of traction about asphalt for the shingles. And that's the reason for try to rezone to R3 for that purpose. But our plan there is, once we get a rail spur through there, is to have a warehouse that would unload off the rail and it would ship to wherever it goes, is what we're trying to accomplish here.
Any questions? Thank you. Okay, we'll go ahead and open up the public hearing. Anyone from the public here to speak to this? We'll close the public hearing. Commission, any thoughts or motion?
Mr. Chairman, I would move that we recommend to the city commission that,
Well, on each criteria, you could just adopt the staff comments as written.
I was getting there,
A motion to do that.
recognizing that we concur with the staff comments, A through E.
Okay, we have a motion. Any other further discussion? We have a second? Okay, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor say yes.
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 Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Thank you. Item number 3, old business. Any old business? Item 4, new business. Any new business? Cool. We are adjourned.